Hey, everybody. Starting a little early today, 9:22 here on the East Coast. Hello, anybody there? Come on, come on. Listen, my magnetic presence. My magnetic presence. Anybody there? Anybody there? Bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum bum. Get my own place. Hashtag get my own place. Oh. Hey, everybody. Hi. Who's here? 7 people. Gus Avocados. Yeah, starting a little early today. I'm just kind of ready. I'm all psyched up and ready to go, you know. Hi, Buddy and Doug's Big Adventure. Hey, nice to have you finally catch the live feed. Glad you're here. And Mr. Charlton, the wretched wrench. There's got to be a wrench down here somewhere. There's a drill. I don't see a wrench. Anyway, welcome to SaturDAVE for the 14th of July, brought to you by SaturDAVE. That's a lot of tea. I don't know. They don't seem to sell this at the dollar store anymore, at least the ones around here. And I don't see this in the grocery store. So I don't know, how you're going to get it. Hell if I know. Maybe it's available on Amazon. I don't know. Special delivery. Hi, Judy. How are you? Good morning. Dave and the Drill. What do we got down here? There is so much crazy stuff down here. Oh, my word. I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I could have put some shirts on today. Yeah. Got some interesting shirts. Got some. Oh, there's the drill. Okay, there's a drill. What's this? What is this? Oh, anyway, a lot of crazy stuff down here. I'm not going to go through it. We need to talk about the big news at the bottom of YouTube. I'll wait till 9:30 to get started because I know a lot of you people are still kind of gathering around. Got your coffee, got your tea, got your salada tea. That's a lot of tea. England will play Belgium for a third place in 30 minutes. Will you watch? No. It was interesting. I was reading through the Wall Street Journal yesterday, and the ratings, the American ratings for the World Cup are way down from where they were 4 years ago, whenever they did it before. Because first off, there was no American team in the tournament this year. And it's just the ratings are down. They're way down. There's just, there is a certain subculture. I know they're having tomorrow, I know they're having viewer parties all around DC, and they're having some big screen somewhere where you can come watch Croatia play. What is it, France for the final? But they have the thing for third place today. Who cares? I'm not French. I'm not Croatian. I don't care. I would have liked to have seen England and France. I thought that would be cool. Your Battle of the Channel. The Battle of the Channel. England and France. And I do have a lot of English heritage in my DNA, so that might have been a little fun, but who cares? Third place, Belgium. Belgium or England for third place. Okay, wonderful. Hi, Manny Villa. Dave, you should start out with what's up? Trey Beantown. Trump needs to build a wall around some of these RVers. Now that's an idea. That's an idea. Let's see. Don't build the wall right at the Mexican border. Build it about 20 miles into the United States. Okay. So the wall will come through southern Arizona. The wall will come through southern Arizona, New Mexico, but leave about 20 miles there, and then require all the RVers to go there. There's a little RV DMZ zone in between the United States and Mexico, and that's where the RVers will be. And it's like a special little zone, so they all have to go there. That would be funny. That would be very funny. Hi, Gypsy Lee. Finally made it. Diamond. Oh, yeah, Diamond / Ranch. How are you doing? Kankin, you're there. Cratchy's not here this morning. He's sleeping in. We had a crazy night last night. One of my house ladies' daughters came over yesterday, midnight, showed up at midnight with her pit bull, Odin. So Odin and Tank are running around the house like crazy. They finally got to sleep, I think around 1:30 or 2. So it was like, I fell asleep around 10:30 or 11 and then had to wake up around 12:30 when Odin and Kate came over, and then it was kind of a crazy zoo here with dogs barking and everything for an hour or two. So I got back to sleep and slept till about 7:45 this morning. So I'm good, but it was a crazy night. So hi, Big Time. How are you? Yeah, I guess you're back in California after your soiree there with Chad the Swedes. Did you have a good time? Do you remember any of it? I don't have any memory of it. It's weird. I spent a couple days with Chad. We went all over Colorado. We went all over, but I don't remember a thing. Why? Well, Hello. Oh, Scammo Dave. Yeah, right. American Super Tramp. So yeah, we did get to see Adam LaWoo there in Philadelphia yesterday, checking out the I was gonna say cheeseburgers, no, the cheese steaks. Gino's, I can't remember the name, Pat's and Gino, I don't know, Pat's and Gino's, I don't know, and hanging out there with that other YouTuber. That was interesting. There was an interesting shot at about the 10-minute mark where Adam turns the camera and there's like a homeless lady kind of asking for money, and then immediately cuts to another scene. And the question is, did Adam give that lady a donation? I mean, he's kind of the one that's going on Super Chat kind of saying, hey, throw some money at me, baby. And then did he pass it forward to that poor homeless lady that looked all skinny there? I don't know. He didn't. I don't remember seeing him flip out like $100 bill and give it to her. So I don't know, man. He should have done that. He should have, paid it forward, so to speak. I don't know. Being the son of a preacher man, that would have been the Christian thing to do, don't you think? I don't know what Adam. I still kind of get that feeling with Adam that he doesn't quite know where he's taken the channel. He's still kind of mixed up. He's kind of like, now what? And he's just kind of trying things, and the chats are kind of the problem with these chats is they just get cringy. I don't know, unless you have a specific chat where you're talking about something specific. You have a shtick, you're doing so. If you're just sitting in your car, hi everybody, how are you doing? I don't know, that kind of gets kind of old fast. I guess we won't be having any chats anytime soon from the carpetbagger. My sources tell me he got a strike. My sources, I'm not going to say who did it. I think I know, but I'm not going to say. But actually, carpetbagger got a strike. That's what we're hearing, and that he can't do any live chats for, what do they give you, like a ban of a little while? I don't know, a month or two. I don't know. They give you a ban there of doing some chats. I don't know. He may appeal it. All these big YouTubers end up appealing their chats. Thank you, Diamond Slash Ranch. $1.99. Oh yeah, I got to get some of that gas money to go down to Charlotte next week. That'll get me about half a gallon, right? A little more than half a gallon at the current prices. So thank you so much. Hey, Sleeveless Lonnie. I don't know. I've never been into the sleeveless look. I guess I could try it. How does that look? Yeah, I kind of look like a 50s kind of beatnik, don't I? Ugh. I don't like that look. Not on me. I like it on Larry. I like it on Looney. I like it on Blind Views, but I don't like it on me. Whatever his name is. Lawrence. Let's call him Lawrence. Lawrence of Harrisburg. Hi, I'm Lawrence of Harrisburg. How would you like your hair done today? Dirt distributor. How you doing? Are you distributing some dirt? What do you do with like a broom? Yeah, all you do is move the dirt around. Move it from here to over there. Movie Mania Nick, how are you doing? Going slightly mad. How's everything in Delaware? Steve B. Chips and curry sauce. Alex Tucker. We got a effing dickhead doxer in here. What? Who's doxing? Who the hell is doxing? I don't think I look like Charles Manson. Geez, he wasn't bald or isn't bald. I guess he's still alive, isn't he? I don't know. Did you watch Sulky Horse Racing? Sulky Horse Racing as a kid. I used to exercise a retired one, but I don't know what I've never heard of Sulky Horse Racing, Judy. Never heard of it. Well, if there's somebody out there who's doxing blind views, well, my god darn wrench ought to be. You get to work, Craig. I don't see anything, I don't see anything right now. So let me know. Give me let me know and we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, so one of my reliable sources tells me that the carpetbagger got a strike. So, and I think maybe even Princess Bubbles got a strike. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. So I don't know. So if that's true, then I guess we're not going to see any live streams from Carpetbagger for a while. Darn! I really miss where he puts the the stamps on the postcards and mails them out. I really miss that. That's like the highlight of my week. Now, a lot of these big YouTubers, they waddle up to YouTube and they say, "Damn it, I'm a big YouTuber. I want my strike reviewed," and they get reviewed, and sometimes the strike goes away. People like. Even though Ice Poseidon got a strike the other day, right? So he's a big YouTuber. I mean, he's a lot bigger than Carpetbagger and Adam the Woo put together times 10. But anyway, I digress. So, even the big boys get strikes. I don't know. That's how it works. Craig's got him. He's got him chokehold. He made a fake channel. Really? That's almost a sign of an honor, to get a fake channel and they steal your identity and they put your picture on it. And, yeah, I will block him. Craig's got to give me the name of that channel, and I will block him. That'll be the number 2 block I have issued since the blocks all came down. I took all the blocks down on July 1st, so nobody's blocked from either of my channels. And now I'm starting to re-block people as I see fit. And I re-blocked one person. I forget who it is. Somebody I've never heard of before. And coming up next will be this person, whoever that is, who's pretending to be Blind Views. I'm not that important. LOL. Oh, I did enjoy your was it the glass mug thing? That was I wasn't expecting that. That was really interesting. You should have interviewed the guys. You should have. So I don't know. It was just kind of like, I would have liked like a hard interview on it, That was kind of cool. Some interesting stuff. Blind Views is taking some interesting little turns, and I know I don't watch Big Brother. I don't watch it, but I do kind of enjoy the banter between Totally Kathy and Blind Views. I think that's kind of interesting. Kitschy's in the house. Nutty Poop's here. So how's everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday morning? As we are getting, finally, here in the DC area, we are getting beautiful, beautiful weather for summer. beautiful summer. This past week has just been gorgeous. Spring was so awful. We had such horrible weather this past spring. It rained, it was cold, we had a horrible windstorm, and then would get super hot and humid and sticky and thunderstorms. And it was just one horrible day after another. I think this whole spring we had 2 or 3 nice days. And now all of a sudden we get into mid-July and we're getting some nice weather. It's hot, it's like 85, 90, 92 degrees, but it's typical hot weather. It's not super humid, and it's sunny, and yeah, it's just nice. It's what you would think of a nice summer day here in Washington. So it's really nice. Big time. How you got your car fixed yet? He's had quite a couple of weeks there. Good Lord. Oh my word. Yeah. So, we had the big story. I guess one of the big stories of the past week here at the bottom of YouTube is the fact that Nomadic Fanatic almost had an accident. He was driving there on a 2-lane road there in, I believe it was Ohio, right? He was heading toward Pennsylvania. And all of a sudden, this car comes over the double yellow line, and he has nowhere to go but over. And he manages to make it over there, and the guy seems to correct, coming, and it was a narrow miss, but that was pretty scary, and he was really shook up. And Nomadic Fanatic Eric sent me a neat little email detailing what had happened, and I read that, so that was pretty nice. So we know Eric watches the channel, which is kind of cool. But yeah, here's the interesting thing. If you look at that video of Eric's, there's a place where there's a guardrail. He's driving along a guardrail, and then the guardrail stops, and then there's room. So all of a sudden, as he passes the guardrail, here comes the car coming over, and now he has room to pull over to the right. You always wonder, what if that happened about 100 feet further down the road behind, earlier, and Eric would have been up against a guardrail. I noticed that. And, the car would have been coming over. There's a guardrail there. He would have gone over to the guardrail, hit the guardrail, and I don't know what would have happened. He would have bounced back into the road or smashed up his RV badly, or the car, could have been a terrible accident. It was just really interesting to see how that guardrail ended right before that almost mishap happened, and he at least had room to move over. That's the scary thing. Here in Virginia, a lot of back roads like that, they have no shoulders. Virginia, I don't know what they did. There's no shoulders on a lot of these little back roads that go through they're still around. The suburbs, have gone out into the rural areas, and we still have a lot of little narrow back roads here in Virginia with all the population. There's 2 million, 3 million people up here, and there's still a lot of terrible roads, and there's nowhere to go. Someone comes over the double yellow line, there's a ditch. You just go down in the ditch, and it's nasty. It's very nasty. There's, I don't know, but you see that in a lot of places. At least Eric had a nice shoulder to pull over to. Hey, Jedman, did that Zeb stock split? Zep stock. Zero Effort Productions. No, but we're bringing more and more people into the Zep fold. All these live streamers, zero effort, right? Just get on, talk for an hour or two, walk away with $150, and that'll be that. Eric was very fortunate he didn't flip the RV, Glenda says. Yeah, that's very true. Those RVs too, they're not like little cars, and you go, you could go down into a ditch and the thing would, or just down the grade there, or the shoulder of the road, and the thing could have flipped over. Yeah, kind of very scary. It's very scary. And, I think anybody who's been driving a while has had one of those accidents, one of those near misses. I mean, we all have that. That's one reason why I have a lot of anxiety driving on these like big highways. I mean, Eric doesn't like the back roads because now he says he's going to get back on the highways more often. But I think the highways are just as dangerous. The trucks, big trucks, and people tailgating you, and everybody speeding. I don't know. If there's other than a head-on on a small road, if there's an accident, it's usually at a slower speed or something like that. But, you got deer to watch out for. Deer around here, deer will be, jumping across the road. And, I've seen a number of accidents of that. It's kind of scary. Totally not Kathy. See, look at this. Look at it. God. Sleeveless Lonnie. Charles Green, there was a big curve sign. He needed to slow down anyway, but didn't. Heading into it, going too fast. Yeah. I like to go hiking in a place called Burke Lake Park, which is about 3 or 4 miles from here. And it's a beautiful park. But yeah, the road to get there is this little 2-lane. Burke Lake Road starts out as a big freeway type thing with 4 lanes, and then you cross over the parkway there, and it becomes a little 2-lane road. And it is 2 lanes, and there's no shoulders. And yeah. And then you got, trucks, a lot of heavy traffic actually coming through because it's a cut through between 2 major highways, and it's a little narrow stretch of road. And I often think that I'm like, if that little car came out, that car or that truck just weaved over into my lane, there is nowhere to go. You would have just run off the road into a ditch and hit a tree or something. Who knows? The other thing that scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, first learning to drive, was my parents said, hey, why don't we go up to New Jersey to visit grandpa and grandma? And I said, oh, I want to drive. I was like 17 years old, just got my license, and I'm getting in the car, and we're getting to the Baltimore Tunnel, the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel. And they usually have two tunnels, 2 lanes in one tunnel, 2 lanes in the other tunnel. Well, this day they had one tunnel closed, and they had both lanes oncoming traffic in the one tunnel, and there is no shoulder in that tunnel. It's just a double yellow line and 2 lanes of traffic. And it freaked the hell out of me. I'm driving, and I'm seeing these big rigs shooting toward me in the oncoming lane. And it scares you because if one of them comes over, there is nowhere to go. There is a wall. That scared me. And I was like, oh, no. So anyway, Gypsy Lee, the Germ is here. How are you doing, Mr. Germ? Are you still down at Disney with your girlfriend hanging out? Kitschy, Jacques Goldbot. We should start a petition to eliminate country roads. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, I was hearing on the radio the other day. They said something like 58% or 62% of all American bridges are worn and deficient and are in danger of collapse. So, that's another problem. Trump, when Trump was elected, he promised to improve the infrastructure of this country, repair the bridges and fix the roads. And, there's a lot of fallen down bridges all over. They got some of the bridges here in the DC area, you go underneath them, and big chunks of the cement and the metal's all rusted out. And there's quite a few bad bridges all over the place. Zepp when Malcolm Skitchy travels. Zero effort productions. So anyway, a salada tea. That's salada tea. Again, they don't sell this at the dollar store anymore. At least the one here. The dollar store here, every time you go in, they have different brands and stuff. Sometimes it's that, sometimes it's something else. Anyway, yeah, effort. I hate that. I'm always mistyping things. Every time I type something, it comes up wrong, and I feel like an idiot. Dave's an idiot. Look, he can't even type a stupid word like that. They redid my dollar store, and it's huge now. Huge. I remember I used to go, there's a Big Lots here I think they closed a lot of their stores. They're like Kmart. I don't know. They closed the Big Lots. There was a Big Lots near here, and it was one of the smallest Big Lots I've ever seen. They should call it Small Lots. I don't know. You went in, and it was like, this is a little store. It wasn't, it wasn't very big. I don't know. Monchichi. Do you and Craig block comments? Very rarely. I try not to. I like to let people talk, but yeah, we do. He'll block some stuff. The problem that Craig has, one of the problems with YouTube in their moderation things is he can block a comment, but he can block a main comment, but then all the replies. He can't single out a reply and delete it. Okay, he has to delete the entire thread. And sometimes there's a real interesting comment with a bunch of replies, and then there's one nasty reply in there, and they won't let him as a moderator do the reply. So he has to say to me, "Hey Dave, go," and then I'll go find, as the owner of the channel, I can do that, but as a moderator, he's not allowed to do that, which is stupid. Why can't he just get rid of a reply? So yeah, we do that. We nasty stuff. I laid down the law and I said, I'm not, I block people now, no questions asked if you post something really nasty. Okay. Dox somebody, say something really personally hurtful. I will just literally, I'll remove your comment and you'll get blocked and there's no warning. So be careful out there. Be careful out there. Sally Vella. Hey, Blind Viewers, enjoyed your stream. Yeah, I'm beginning to really make time now. I go, you know what? I think I'll skip Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy on Thursday nights for Blind Views. I'm actually doing that. Bama Mike. How you doing, Mr. Bama? How are you? Anyway, my plans are Dave and Crotchy's Carolina Odyssey. Carolina Oddity. I'm going to be heading down to Charlotte, I think, as everything stands right now, Tuesday the 17th. Okay, I'm going to try to get up early and then head down there so I can be there mid-afternoon. It's a 6 or 7 hour drive from here. You take I-66, I-81, I-77, and you're there. But anyway, so I'm going to do that, see if little Adam will hold up. You don't know. It's what is it, an 06 car. So that means it is how old? 400 years old. 12, 13 years old. It's running good. I got it all tuned up. Everything's cool on it. There are no check engine lights, knock on wood. Now one will come on today. So I'm going to head down there on the 17th, and then I'm going to stay probably through the 24th or so, which is a week, Tuesday to Tuesday. So that weekend, what do we got? 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. One of those days, if you want to meet up with me and my Doxinator down there in the Charlotte area, let me know what's up with you. camodave@gmx.com, because I'll be down there for a week. Okay. And I'm going to pretty much hang out in the Charlotte area. I could drive over to see Mark Fun Jones, but that's going to eat up a good chunk of a day because, Nashville's like, it's not like an hour away. It's like, so, if Mark wants to come over, if Bama Mike wants to come over, if Carolina Tony, if Ruthie, if the carpetbagger wants to come over and we can all kind of get together in the Charlotte area, have some fun. Roland Endorza Balls is down there. Who else is down there? A lot of people. For some reason, a lot of people are down in that North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee area, Georgia. They throw in Alabama. Yeah, there's a lot of people down there. So, if you can all get, we can all get together and bring me sacks full of bills, dollar bills. I'm starting TMEP. What is that? What is TMEMP? I'm starting TMEMP. The TMEMP channel. We're going to talk TMEMP. Did I miss something? Oh, Too Much Effort Productions. It is disheartening, isn't it? You put a lot of time and effort into a video, and then you don't get the views. It's kind of, I've seen that. You see YouTubers do that. You'll watch a really good video, and you go, look at all the effort this guy put into it, music beds and editing, and he's got 300 views, and you're like, what? I see that up too. A lot of channels that you're kind of shocked. Those Canadian guys, I forget the name of their channel. They do a really good. Car channel. Damn, I can't think of their names right now. They do a very good car channel, and they only got a couple thousand subs. And I'm thinking, damn, they should have a couple 100,000 subs. You look at Doug DeMuro. What has he got? 10 million, 3 million subscribers. I don't know what he's got. A lot. He's making like, $15,000 a month on his channel. I moved out to LA, bought a big mansion, hey, and he's doing so great. These guys aren't that bad. They're actually pretty good. And they've only got a couple thousand subs. I don't understand all that. The interesting thing, Twitter the other day reconfigured a lot of their sub counts, and a lot of people went way down, and they were saying that like something like 15-20% of the channels, or the what do you call a Twitter feed? The Twitter accounts are fake and fraudulent, and that means that a good amount of the Twitter people, if you're on Twitter, that a good number of those people that are following you aren't real people, they're bots. And so they actually knocked everybody down about 6 to 10 to 12% in terms of their followers, simply because they're trying to get rid of the bots and the fake channels. And I know there's a lot of that on YouTube. I mean, it just, you see so many people and their subs keep going up and up and up, and you look at their views, and the views are in some cases are actually going down. Somebody claims they have 150,000 subs, and they can't get a regular 10,000 view. How can you have 150,000 active subs, or partially active, or anything, and you still can't even get 10,000 views on a regular basis? I remember when Nomadic Fanatic had way under 100,000 subs. He was like doing 50, 60, 70,000 subs, and he was often getting 20 or 30,000 views of his videos. And then you see these people with 3 times that many subs getting much, much less. I don't know. I'm not saying that anybody's buying subs, or it just seems weird. There are these sub clubs where people go on Facebook, and you subscribe to me and I subscribe to you, and your sub count goes up, and you have a new channel, and you're going up to 1,000, 1,500 subs, and your videos are all, getting 20, 30 views. What good is that other than your ego? I've got 1,500 subs, but my last video got 20 views. Did Eric Nomadic Fanatic accept your offer to go bowling with you? No, it hasn't. He has not contacted me about that. He's in Pennsylvania now, so he's not too far away from here. So I think Eric's just kind of a loner guy. I think Eric is to some degree too a control freak. I think he, likes to be in total control of his output. And I think, having me doing an interview with him and doing my own content with him in it, he loses some of that control. And I think he's a little bit nervous that, Eric doesn't even do live streams, and you do lose some control in a live stream. People can write things, and, it's not total control. And I think Eric's just a little bit, honestly, I would be surprised if he says, yes, let's meet up and do something, but, which is okay. I offer, in fact, I have thrown the offer at him several times of doing Skype interviews with him, and it's always either no response or I don't have very good internet where I am now, maybe later. Where's your tassels, Dave? Beard tassel. I should do that someday. I'll come on with my little beard tassels. Totally not. Kathy was timed out. Oh, yeah, maybe we ought to block Totally Not Kathy. I don't know. That's, yeah, she's, it's not Kathy. I know. Hey, Stingray, how are you doing? You doing a hike today before the hot weather comes back? They said the heat and humidity should be back tomorrow and Monday. So today still looks like a nice day. So go out and take one of your many hikes: the morning hike, the afternoon hike, and the evening hike. Penn Woodsman. Yeah, I like Eric, but I do think he's kind of he has a certain way about him, and I think he's very suspicious of he did that interview with that college radio chick a couple of years ago, and then it got picked up by the trolls, and the trolls had their day with it and all the crazy stuff, and I think he really felt he got burned in that, with all the, and what would happen here too is I would talk to Eric if I did an interview with him and it was an hour long or whatever, and somebody, that there's a gazillion, that he has dozens of different channels that troll him, and somebody's going to pick up things and twist it and re-edit it and make him sound like an idiot. So I think, I don't fault him for being suspicious of doing that, but the door's open. And again, any other YouTubers that, want to interview, chat. Me and Blind Views, our doors are always open, right? Moving day is never fun. Who's moving? Oh, okay. Somebody whose son's moving. Who was that? I checked the thing flashed by. Kitschy Travels. Yeah, I'm trying to place together the fake people. It has to be the same person. Yeah. Blitchy Travels. Will you be getting a wrap for your car? I don't think so. The problem is, what the problem is with that? A lot of the condo associations and apartment complexes here prohibit commercial vehicles. You can't park in most of the condo associations and apartment complexes in Northern Virginia, you cannot park a commercial vehicle in their lot. You have to park out on the street. Okay. And wrapping a car has, if you put ads on it or even ads for your own channel, it's considered now a commercial vehicle and they can kick you out of the lot. I've heard that happen. There was a lady that lived near me in Reston, Anne, and she had a website called, she had a car which she called the Joy Car, and she had polka dots on her white car and a bubble machine on the back, and she would drive around and spread joy. She called herself a potentialist. She was a nice lady. I still meet her all the time for lunch and stuff. But the condo association actually tried to kick her car out of the lot, claiming she's running a business and it's a commercial vehicle. And we had to have all the neighbors sign a petition and then eventually let her in there, let her stay. But they were very picky about that. Dave, you need a Trojan wrap on your car. They pay you a few bucks. Well, I don't know what kind of advertisers want to advertise on my channel. It's a lot of tea. I guess I could get, that's a lot of tea. So anyway, so the big news this week, Adam's in Philadelphia, and he's going to be, I guess, on the northeast coast there. So I guess he'll be maybe check out with Dan Bell, go down to Baltimore. I know he's got a buddy or two down in the Baltimore area, so he may end up down there and hang out with them. So we'll be seeing some stuff from Jersey, Pennsylvania, maybe New York even, which is cool. I like it when Adam gets out of L.A. Adam escapes from L.A. Good for Adam. Burger Planet has been spending time up there in Indiana with his family and friends, and I think I saw him driving down to St. Louis. I think he's heading down to St. Louis to do some other stuff down there. So he's kind of he originally said he was going to be heading east over to New York, but he's at least right now heading around the kind of that upper Midwest area there. So your videos are kind of they're not getting his streams are not getting the views they used to get when he was in LA hanging out with Ice Poseidon in that crowd. So I don't know. He still has 19,000 subs, but the views just are not getting, the money isn't coming in. He was mentioning how much money he has in the bank, which is a moderate amount, but not a lot, Yeah, Carolyn, all our best to you. Your video the other day was very telling. She's got some issues with skin cancer and is putting some of this chemo cream on herself, and it kind of makes her look kind of blotchy. And then today she was doing the videos with the Doris Day filter. Remember Doris Day? You ever see a Doris Day movie with anytime anyone did a close-up of Doris Day, they always had to have that foggy filter. It's kind of like the movie star filter, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Put the special filter on. But you'll be fine. Oh yeah. Eric's wrap does look kind of camo. You're absolutely right, Blind Views. It does have that kind of green look. Yeah, maybe that's a subliminal shout out to his favorite YouTube critic. I don't know. I like tight t-shirts. That's all. That's my look. The urban stealth camper van man. Hi there. How's everything going over there in jolly old England? So at least you got, it's middle of the afternoon over there. You don't have to get up early for my show. James from Manitoba. These comments keep flying by. Dave, what day? Just not Tuesday. Carolina Tony. As I said, I'm going to be down in the Charlotte. Now, Tuesday's not good either because I'm going to be driving on the 17th. But, Wednesday the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, any of those, that weekend, you want to meet up somewhere in the Charlotte area, that'd be cool. I would enjoy that. I think that would be a lot of fun. So, hit me up at camodave@gmx.com and we will arrange something. But yeah, it's I'd say I'm going to be in Charlotte. I'm going to drive down there on the 17th, which is Tuesday. So there may not be a Dave TV Camo Dave on Tuesday morning. Maybe when I get there, I'll do something, or maybe I'll do something on the road. When the car breaks down near Roanoke, I'll be standing outside the the repair shop. Well, staying at the motel, yeah, the Red Roof Inn. But hey, Dave, Carolyn Caravan, did Dave say if Tank was feeling better? Tank's been under the weather. I don't know. He's just been really kind of sulky, and he vomited a couple times the other day. I don't know. He's eating a lot of grass. Today he seems to be feeling better. He was kind of peppy. Remember, last night, one of my housemates' daughters came over and brought Odin, another pit bull, and so Tank and Odin were running around. They kind of like and hate each other. There's definitely an alpha male, beta male there. Odin is definitely the alpha dog when he comes over here, even though this is Tank's territory, and there is definitely a sense of conflict there. But it's a kind of a friendly conflict. Okay, so now I was going to read James from Manitoba. Keep fighting, Carolyn. You're always beautiful. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, Charles Green. $5 for you and $5 for that surgeon guy living in the woods. Okay, I will next time I go out to the Target in fact, I'm driving out there today. So I will stop by the Target there and see if he's there, and I'll give him $5 and I'll say, this is courtesy of Charles. My RVing adventures. Just say you have had a bad transmission and ask for money. I'll give you the report on the car. The car's running great. I mean, it really is. I mean, I had it serviced back in April when I got it inspected, and the AC's running good. The car is running great. The only, I really have no problems with it, but you never know. On a 13 or 14-year-old car, it can boom, 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 boom. It's like Pandemonium Aja driving around that hunk of junk. I don't know, man. The thing doesn't start and just constantly hesitating and doing weird crap. And it doesn't like the altitude and it doesn't like the heat. I don't know, man. And she drives around in it. Sometimes things are hanging off of it. There was one day, Destination Open Road, Terry and Scott were following her, and she has like a extension cord hanging off the back that's kind of sparking as it hits the ground. And I don't know. She's just kind of, she really does. She beats the crap out of that thing. Oh, we got to make it to the next Walmart. There's a Walmart 20 miles away. We got to make it. MJC427. Hello, Andrew. Andrew, isn't that Line Screw's real name, Andrew? Maybe are you Line Screw? Someone needs to interview RV Joey. I don't know. As I said in one of my videos this past week, you see a lot of these RVers that are off the road now, nomads that aren't nomadic anymore, but they continue their channels. Jed Nevy, of course, come to mind. Deborah Joy comes to mind. She just drives around. I don't know where she lives, somewhere in California there. Every day we just see her get in her car and drive to the store and talk. She's not really, she does occasionally, like she went down to Quartzsite to RTR and stayed in a motel or something. So she does kind of hang around with some of her buddies, but she's not regularly on the road, And we see that now with an increasing number. RV Joey's that way too. She's, as Blind Views mentioned in his chat last Thursday, she's just hanging out with friends and family and doing very little in terms of the nomadic thing, but yet she has built up a decent number of subscribers and they want to watch what she says. And she is kind of oddly compelling. She just kind of weird and talks about all the stuff going on in her life and her poor little doggy who's not doing too well. RV Joey's RV is duct taped together. It is humid as hell here in Delaware. Really? But you think with all those ocean breezes, it'd feel kind of cool, The one thing I did notice about being in Delaware were the bugs. I'll tell you, I did a lot of hiking over there toward Rehoboth Beach, which is a couple miles to the east of where Geezer is. Anyway, yeah, there were so many flies and bugs, and oh my goodness, it's like you had to wear like goggles for the people love watching train wrecks, and that is true, and I find that too. It's often very interesting to watch some of these channels when, everybody's having problems. And then when everything goes well, it's kind of boring, Living Free Mikey's always like that. And Nomadic Fanatics like that too. Dave 2D is like that. I find his channel much more interesting now that the stupid van is just falling apart. He tricked it out, he fixed it up, he's got it all nice, and then the damn thing is just kind of, he won't start half the time, and he's got people, trying to give him advice, and I don't know. Yeah. But, what do you do? It's just, these channels never end. They just keep going and chugging along like that. Michael Nippert, I'm on my way to work and just going to listen to you on the way. Well, good that you're there. I could, you people do that. I could be a podcast. Just, you don't have to have the video on. My favorite RVer is Caravan Carolyn. European. As a European, she is the one easiest to understand. Yeah, she speaks well, and I think you should also check out Wandering Jimmy. He has a very nice, easy to understand. This is Wandering Jimmy. We're here at the, there's some smoke. He has a very nice voice, okay, and he speaks slowly and clearly, and yeah. So I would recommend checking up with Wandering Jimmy too if you're British and the American accent sets you off a little bit, because he would be pretty cool. I like Hobo Tech. Okay, so who have we talked about? We've done an update on Adam. He's up in the Northeast now. We did an update on the Carpetbagger, who's got a strike. I can't remember the Carpetbagger ever getting a strike. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on with that. Oh, Michael, can't see me today. Sorry. All right, Michael. Less Junk, More Journey. Less Junk is probably, I like them. I really do. I used to watch them a lot, and I kind of got tired of them because they weren't doing a lot of traveling there for a while. They were just, every episode was hanging out in Tennessee or something. And then all of a sudden now they're back on the road, and I'm enjoying both. I'm sorry I have to apologize for it, but I do enjoy Carolyn's RV life. I do enjoy her. They're traveling up to Alaska, and I'm also enjoying Less Junk, More Journey. And I like the way they're different. The channels are so different, it's Carolyn's RV life. Carolyn is not a perfect person, and she does kind of have her issues, but I still enjoy her channel. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers that I don't necessarily, I do like her. I like her, but there are other YouTubers that I don't necessarily like, or that they something about them is kind of weird, but I enjoy watching them. There's a certain cult of personality there. There's a lot of other YouTubers that are very, very, very nice people, but their content is just kind of pedestrian and boring. So, you got to watch people, and you either like them or you don't, and there's really no reason. There are certain YouTubers that I just enjoy watching. It may just be some element of their personality. Dave, interview Monchichi and give him a wrench. I would like to. If you, Monchichi, you want me to interview you, just contact me on CamoDave at gmx.com. If any of these like smallish YouTubers that cohabit my channel, if you would like me to interview you, I'm certainly up for that. I would like to do that. I would like to talk to some folks who are just starting out or just building their channels, or just that would be cool. So if you got to have Skype, because I want to do a Skype interview with you. But yeah, definitely that would be a lot of fun. Contact me on CamoDave at gmx.com. Give me your Skype address. We'll get together and we'll do an interview. I think that would be a lot of fun. Wrench. Keep Your Daydream is also in Alaska, but I call them the Trust Fund Kids, writes Caver Brad. Hey, Gypsy Lee, how are you? Well, somebody said Caravan Carolyn and RV Carolyn. We ought to just do that. It keeps it simple. Caravan Carolyn, RV Carolyn. And then it's easy to keep you, it's like, oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about Black Bigot now. There's some news there, I guess. Let's see. So he and his girlfriend SKG were both up there in the New Jersey area with the Carney, right? So now the Carney has moved to Ohio, from what I understand. So Black Bigot is driving the trucks, one of the trucks. So he was driving from, I guess, New Jersey to Ohio to move the Carney. Okay. And for some reason, SKG decided to stay back in New Jersey. Now, I'm piecing this in from just looking at little clips of their streams. Okay, Black Bigot has not been streaming a lot lately because he seems to have some trouble with either his Wi-Fi or his phone. So he was on some other person's channel the other day talking about it, and he's made little kind of, things. So it's kind of, I don't know if I know all the information going on. And there were some people commenting on SKG's channel yesterday saying, are you guys splitting up? She was really down. Okay. She was really talking about how she's tired of living in that little trailer, and they came to talk to me when Black Bigot came to talk to me a couple months ago at the McDonald's here in Springfield, VA. I got a look inside that little trailer and it is tiny. I mean, it's amazing to me that 2 adults and a kid live in that thing. It's tiny. It's, take one of your bathrooms and make it half the size and imagine putting 3 people in there. It's tiny. And one person I think would be cramped in there, to be honest with you. But, she's tired of that. She said she's tired of pooping. She doesn't have a toilet to poop in. She's tired of, living on the road. The kid needs, the kid's going to have to start doing some school stuff pretty soon. Is going to need a permanent location. She can homeschool him, but, kids need to be with other kids, So anyway, man, the dogs are fighting up there. Hear that? Clank, clank, clank. Big Brother is exactly like YouTube. Well, it's people together. What are people? It's just, YouTube is just like human relations, right? It's just all these weird people getting together and going off on each other, so to speak. So anyway, Black Bigot is back, and then he was also talking about he bought a van in Philadelphia again a couple months ago, and the van is having troubles, and I don't know where the van is now. And SKG, I think she's still in Jersey, and he's over in Ohio, and I don't know where the van is because he was driving the circus truck over there to the Carney truck over. So I don't know what's up with them, but it's going to be interesting to see where everything goes there. So there's a little bit of drama going on there. And then he did a video, I think it was from Ohio, where some guy came in the McDonald's with a gun, and he was like, "Ooh, they're coming for me." I do not, I cannot. I gave up on network television quite a while ago. I don't watch anything. I just can't stand ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. I just can't. I really nothing on those channels interests me. The ladies here, they watch a lot of the stuff, those voice shows and some of those really, kind of over the top melodramas. This Is Us, there's people crying and that music. It's like, I just zone out on that. It's like, the reality shows, the talent shows up the kazoo. Yeah. I can't, I don't watch network television. It doesn't interest me. In fact, I very rarely watch cable TV anymore. I mean, yeah, I will tune in if it's Fargo. I like Better Call Saul. There's a couple other shows I like, but most even cable television, I am totally happy. I've got Netflix, I've got and YouTube. Netflix and YouTube is perfectly fine. I'm totally good with that. Blind views, tell stories, cheat, pick up a side, argue, call names, make up dumb shit. See, just like YouTube. Yeah, well, YouTube is just like, it's human interaction, it's drama. It's like soap opera, right? Who's fooling around with who's getting a strike, who's, taking their channel down, who's, had a big fight and, forgot to yank their live stream. Who did this? Who did that? NH Libra, agreed, Dave, killed my TV in 2011. I don't know. It's just a giant time waster. It really is. There are so many other things you should do. I mean, I don't know. I started heavily watching YouTube. I think it was about 2013, 2014, and my cable bill was up to $200 a month. And I said, I liked it. I watched that, Storage Wars and stuff like that. There was a couple shows I liked, Science Channel, a couple other things, but I just got, it's just not worth paying $200 for, It's kindergarten. Well, it's funny how you see little kids, at kindergarten, and they fight with each other. And you realize that big kids, when they become, 50, 60, 70, 40, whatever years old, they're still little kids deep down. It's kind of funny. Urban stealth camper van, buy all. I'm off to find a tree. Oh, okay. Oh, Mark Fun Jones is here. Mark Fun Jones did a very weird video yesterday about the IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. It's kind of interesting that he felt the need to make that confessional. I have IBS. And he tells about how if he overeats, he gets really bad stomach pains and then has to spend hours in the bathroom and all that other stuff. And a lot of people suffer from that. It's very common. I remember my mom had it really bad. And yeah, you got to really watch your diet and be very careful. And, and certain foods can make you really sick and all that. And I do, sympathize with Mark, but yeah. And then there was the guy, what was his name? Joe Robinet. He's up in Windsor, Ontario. I think he has a really bad case of colitis, and he did a video on that a while back. That's kind of related to that. It's the same kind of nasty stuff down there, and he's got a good channel. But he's he was saying how he's really had a lot of trouble with that over the years. So, all these YouTubers, they got the secret stuff, then they feel the need to I got to tell you about my secret medical condition. Bigger boys with bigger toys. Well, that's like Doug DeMuro. You watch his channel and he talks about the cars. And, those cars, they're just made for big boys. All the garbage they put on those cars. All I want is a car that gets me from point A to point B reliably and doesn't use up too much gas and at least looks halfway decent. It's not a rust bucket. That's okay with me. But you see these guys that, they're toys. It's like the boys' toys. They want this, $250,000 thing with the special certain engine and all the blinking lights on the dashboard and it's like, come on, man. It's ridiculous, right? But yeah, it's their toy. I want my toy, SKG has pretty eyes. I have to say, I do agree with you, Blind Views. She is a very beautiful woman. Yes. And Nomadic, no, Black Bigot is a beautiful guy. Well, they're both beautiful, okay? They're a beautiful couple. They make a beautiful couple. And that's what I noticed when I met them in person at the McDonald's about 2 months ago. They're such a nice couple, and they're both so good looking. Blind Views saved $120 a month. The major channels are free. We just have internet mainly for gaming. I had DirecTV. How did you save $120 a month? What did you cancel? You still watch a lot of network TV, right? Oh yeah. Zepp welcomes the real Totally Kathy, Zero Effort Productions. Lonnie, the hot topic clerk. How are you? Sparky Tuttle, Alex Tucker, Danny Lee. Hey, Danny, thank you for the book. I still haven't gotten around to reading it. I put it in the car, and I want to go out to the lake one of these days when it cools off a little bit, and I'm going to get a bench, and I'm going to go through your book and read it. I mean to do that, but I put it in the car, and I forgot. But I do want to read it, and I haven't forgotten about it, okay? Definitely, it's on my list of things to do. Mark Fun Jones, sometimes I pull the trigger and then think, why did I make that video hours later, but it's already up? Hey, it's in a way a good thing. A lot of people have that problem and they identify that they realize that us YouTube celebrities, we're human beings too, right? All right, so let's do some other updates on some other YouTubers. Okay, we did Adam the Woo. We did the Carpetbagger, who I guess was hanging out with his family there in the Chicago area lately. We got Burger Planet. We got Living Free Mikey, who is where is he now? He went up to Minnesota, hanging out with the family. Oh, and then he did that video. He's just the cringy thing. He goes, well, I haven't made a lot of videos lately. And the reason is because you're not giving me thumbs up on enough, all my wonderful subscribers. I mean, what a kooky thing to say, huh? I mean, the reason they're not giving you your thumbs up is because you're making content that they don't really give a rat's ass about. Why do you blame your subscribers or your viewers for that? Why, you're making content, which is his content is pedestrian lately. I like that word. It's just lately he's hanging out with his family and, I showed the school and he's not doing anything interesting. It's just hanging out with the family and going to see fireworks and, the mom's in it and the nephews are in it. And it's just kind of dumb, boring video and, fixing the awning. Like, who cares, And yet, and then you're not getting enough thumbs up, you people. You're not, that's turning it back on your audience for your lack of producing quality content. And I understand you. I understand, Living Free Mikey, how it's hard cranking out that content that's interesting. I don't know, you got to crank out X amount of content because you got to get a certain amount of views every month. So you make a certain amount of money. And that, you have how many thousand subs, that if you could, you can put out the biggest pile of crap and, you'll get 3,000 or 4,000 views of it just simply because, there are some people that will just watch everything you put up there. And then that's a certain amount of money you'll make, but, to the rest of us, we just go, that's boring. I don't want to see that. We don't necessarily give it a thumbs down, but we don't give it a thumbs up. And then you blame the viewers for that, huh? I don't know. That's Mikey. He's like that. Go somewhere interesting. Do some interesting stuff. I don't know. Oh, Blind Views gets everything online. That's very cool. Yeah. The ladies here, they have Verizon Fios, and you can pretty much watch most of your channels online. I sign in with her. She gave me her password, so I sometimes watch Turner Classic Movies on my computer here, because there's a good movie. I like TCM. That's probably one of the only cable channels that I really like a lot. I love old movies. I haven't watched it much lately. Sparky Tuttle, I am sending you some cash for gas money totally. I hope it gets to you before you travel. Well, thank you so much, Sparky. I really appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Facebook will be broadcasting liberal news starting Monday. What? Is Facebook starting its own news channel? Is that what they're doing? I mean, you can see a lot of news networks not on Facebook, but on YouTube. I don't know. I cannot watch cable news anymore. I can't. It's just there's no new. The CNN started out as a news channel where they had news, and now it's just a bunch of political pontification. And Fox News is the same way. CNN leans to the left with MSNBC, and Fox News leans to the right. But all they do is have talking heads come on and pontificate all day long. And I find both channels equally boring and a total waste of time. I just don't watch them anymore, okay? I get my news almost exclusively now from the internet. I mean, the Washington Post, New York Times. I will go to Starbucks, and I find some people. They have a recycle bin at Starbucks, and I find people will throw their old newspapers in there covered with coffee, and I'll fish them out, and I'll read the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal is an excellent paper. I think the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, I think, are the two best newspapers in the country, to be honest with you. They're both extraordinarily dumb, but extraordinarily good. Washington Post has come down a lot in quality since Jeffrey Bezos bought it from Amazon. It's just not a very good paper anymore. I think they do cover niche politics, that kind of thing. It's not too bad on Washington politics, but the paper's just become a big disappointment in a lot of areas. As far as online stuff, I mean, I check out Fox News Channel online and CNN and stuff like that. And I don't spend a lot of time there. Drudge, I go to Drudge for a couple of laughs. There's no unbiased news anymore. Very right, Stingray. There just isn't. Everything has a bias. It's and you pick your bias and then you watch your kind of news, and that's what Facebook does. They have an algorithm that realizes what kind of politics you like, what kind of channels you like, what other people you like, and then they start feeding you that kind of news. So if you're to the left or to the right on the spectrum, they realize that they say, okay, this guy likes to watch Trump videos, or he likes people that put up the parody stuff, and then they send you more and more stuff that just feeds your politics. SKG, with or without Black Bigot. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle their relationship there. The little Eli is probably going to need to get into schooling pretty soon, and they're going to have to find a place. And Black Bigot mentioned that to me when we were doing the interview here a couple months ago, and that was that he and SKG need to find an apartment and settle down, especially for the kid. He was talking about going down south to move into Bama Mike's house. No, he said he was thinking about Alabama. He said he liked Alabama. For some reason, he liked Alabama. The heat, the humidity, and the politics. So the BBC, yeah, BBC's pretty good. The other one I like is Sky News. I think Sky News is on as a YouTube channel. They're Rupert Murdoch, but Britain has a very tight regulation on news channels so that they have to be as unbiased as possible. And you watch Sky News, and even though it's a Murdoch channel, and he at least currently owns Fox News, who knows what it's going to be tomorrow, but that's not a bad channel. I do enjoy that one, but the BBC is always pretty good. It's kind of dull. Mark Van Jones, I get called a liberal all of the time, and I don't even know what that means. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's the Bernie Sanders sticker on the back of your truck, huh? That doesn't go over too well that doesn't go over too well there in Tennessee, I wouldn't think. Bama Mike just purchased his 38th camera. Well, he likes the stuff, the video stuff. He likes it. He enjoys it. So more power to him, I don't know. There are people, there's like Nate from Less Junk, More Journey. There's Eric Nomadic Fanatic. There's Bama Mike. They enjoy cameras. They enjoy the photography. They enjoy the technology of it, and I don't have a problem with that, but don't do the begathon crap and say, gee, I need to improve my content. Send me $1,000 for a camera that looks worse than the one I used to have, Bernie Sanders. No. Is Bernie Sanders a communist? WRVA has gone to crap. They went to ABC News and play Washington Nats baseball nonstop. Who listens to baseball on the radio? Really, Stingray? WRVA is the main news talker there in Richmond. Big old 1140. I didn't know they had the Nationals on. Oh, that's interesting. That's our main news station here in Washington, WTOP, also flipped to ABC News for some reason. They used to be CBS, and they're a good station still. But ABC, yeah, it's kind of dippy news. I don't know. SKG, I had given babysitting Eli a great deal of thought, so I mean what I say. Yeah, that's the problem she said too, is SKG needs to get a job, and that's fine, but she needs a job where she can take care of Eli, right? The carnival thing, they allow her to bring Eli over and he can hang out with her while she's working the booths or whatever, but most jobs don't let you do that. You have it's an office, it's whatever. You can't bring your kid in every day, So she has to find, and then that's very expensive, daycare for the kids. That can take up all the salary and more. My nephew has his wife works. She's a school teacher and makes a decent salary, and he'd like to work too, but they have a little 4-year-old girl, and they can't. They figured, doing the math, that it would cost more than he could make to get daycare for her. So he just stays home and takes care of her. Now she'll be starting regular school next year, then he'll have more time to do something. But parents have to do that. Daycare is, very expensive stuff, and I can see, Bigot, and she calls him Bigot. I like that's funny. His name is Lamont, right? She says, "Well, Bigot has decided to go to Ohio." It's like Bigot. SKG needs a real job. Yes, she needs a real job, and she needs, to figure out how to, somebody to take care and watch Eli, and maybe she can, on the internet, maybe she can find somebody. But she also, I think, they need to settle down somewhere so she can do that. It's hard on the road to make money. I'm on my way. SKG, you can be my driver. There you go. There's a good job. There you go, SKG. Move to Harrisburg and be Blindview's driver. I think that's a great idea. There we go. I don't know. Do you got any extra room there? Black Bigot could move in, and you could all kind of hang out there. And she calls him Biggie. Yeah, but I also heard her call him Bigot the other day too. Well, Bigot wants to do this. Some cities have programs that pay for but they pay for daycare. But they're usually libtard cities, right? Oh yeah, like San Francisco and New York, right? I have a Chrysler 300. Can you handle that? As long as it's got an automatic transmission, it's not a stick shift, is it? Danny, can you see me now? Leslie Barker, over here, daycare is free for 3 to 4-year-olds for a year. Leslie, where are you? England? Somewhere over in Europe. Europe is very, they do have higher taxes over there, obviously, but they're much more progressive when it comes to daycare and taking time off from work to raise your kids and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so MFJ is back home now. You are back from Florida, back in the old compound there, the Fart Studios in suburban Nashville. Very good. I am originally from Northern California. Has become a sad place. It sucks, writes Andrew. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. Northern California, San Francisco has turned into a crazy place. It's got the highest housing costs in the country. Somebody said that San Jose, little ranch houses with 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms go for over $1 million. So, that's just, how do you afford that? That's crazy. And you got all those high tech, companies like Google and Facebook out there. It seems like a very even though it's a pretty area. San Francisco's gorgeous, but housing costs and it just seems like a really tough slog to live in that area. Is it true that you're seasick Dave's love child? All right, who else haven't we talked about? Update, the bottom of YouTube update for SaturDAVE on the 14th of July. So Nomadic Fanatic is in Pennsylvania now. He just did Pittsburgh after the near miss there in Ohio. So I presume he's heading to New York eventually. I don't know where he is at the moment. We got the Campervan Kevin, who is in Colorado at the Camp Fest. A lot of folks at the Camp Fest there. Destination Open Road were there. I think Pandemonium was there. A nice video from her with Rob from Indiana. If he wants his Camo Dave sticker, send me an email at camodave@gmx.com because he was wearing camo pants the other day. So he gets one for free. And who else? Who else is out there? We got RV Joey. I think she's hanging out with her friend. Or is that her friend or family? I don't know. So whatever. She's hanging out in Texas. She's never on the road anymore. The doggy is not doing well. It's got the displaced hips. So Who else? Who else? Who else haven't we talked about? Anybody want to know what else is going on? Caravan Carolyn, last I heard she was in Montana. I had a friend who lived in Kalispell up in that area. Really pretty area. Libby, Montana. Google asbestos. There's like a huge asbestos controversy for Libby. Where there's like natural asbestos in all of them hills up there. I don't know. But it's an interesting place. Montana, big sky country. Oh, yeah. Mr. Breeze, breaking news. Blindview's cat went back to Rent-A-Cat Depot. He rented a cat. He figured, okay, I can up my viewer count if I have a cute kitty. And it's like, okay, video over. Back to the Rent-A-Cat. Rent-A-Cat for your videos. Rent an adorable dog. I should do that. I should start rent an adorable pet. Rent a kid. You can rent a beautiful kid. This is my little nephew here. Look how adorable he. Oh, all of a sudden you get 500 housefrau's subscribing to your channel. Chunky Pumpkin and Little Lloyd. I enjoy your videos. I think they're so sweet. Yeah, I really enjoy that. And up in the Yukon there, yeah, everybody's in the Yukon. We got Lester Journey and Carolyn's RV Life. Both have just passed through or are currently in the Yukon. Bama Mike will be watching the Germ. Yeah, who is down there in the Disney area with his girlfriend. So that's cool. I'm so sick of Disney videos. Stop it, please. Stop it. Hausfrau. I'm going to rent a chick with side boob next. Rent a beautiful woman for your video, right? Put an ad in the local freebie paper there in Harrisburg. Wanted beautiful woman to be in my YouTube videos. just eye candy. And then you could do a super chat, and then whatever her name is, get and then each video you could see, more the money you get on the super chats, have different women on your videos. I don't know. I'm a sucker for side boob. Totally Kathy. I'm not for rent. Rent a kid where you have a little adorable kid sitting on your lap. Mikey Mike, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Some more gas money there. $10. Let's see. Gas here is about $2.80. I don't know. It's $2.79, $2.89 a gallon. So that'll be, I don't know, 3 or 4 gallons. Thank you so much. That'll get me from Winchester, Virginia, down to probably Roanoke. That'd be cool. Thank you so much. Yes, if you don't know, next week I am planning to go down to Charlotte for Dave and Crotchy's Carolina Odyssey or Carolina Oddity. And I'll be leaving here on the 17th. That's the current plan, unless it's terrible weather, but I think it's supposed to be fine. Leave here on the 17th, and I'm going down to Charlotte to hang out with the Dachshundator for a week. His wife will be away. So the boys will play. And so again, if we want to meet up with all you guys, if you are in the Charlotte area, the Carolinas, if you're in Tennessee, or somewhere in that part of the South, and you want to meet up with us in the Charlotte area, send me an email to camodave@gmx.com, and we'll work some time out. You can buy me lunch. You can buy me and Craig lunch. There's a Jimmy John's there. There's a firehouse. There's a really cool. He says there's a really cool place that makes really good. It's called the Hot Dog Depot or something. It makes really cool Chicago dogs. So a lot of cool places down there. There's a Hooters. Go to Hooters. That'd be cool. We could do maybe I could do a live stream from Hooters. The Hooters down there in Charlotte. Stingray 1975. I want more views, not less, writes Blind Views. doesn't flash us again with all his. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. Where does CC2? Oh, CC2. You mean my Doxinator? I can't dox the Doxinator. He lives in the Charlotte area. Let's just say that, okay? So that's why I'm coming down to Charlotte. Actually, my sister's first husband lives in the Charlotte area, and I also have some friends that have just moved to a place called Morganton, which is about, I don't know, 100 miles northwest of Charlotte. So I've got some other friends in the Charlotte area where I may stop and see too when I'm down there. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I've never been to Charlotte before. Never been there. I've been to the East Coast of North Carolina, driven, I haven't been actually on Hatteras, but I've done the I-95 drive down through Eastern North Carolina many moons ago. So I've been in North Carolina before, but I'm looking forward. I've got one of my childhood friends actually that I grew up with in New Jersey is a manager of a Hooters in Raleigh, Billy. I don't know if I'm going to get to Raleigh, but it'd be kind of fun to meet him too. I haven't seen him since we were like 13 or 14. Do, 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 do. You should go to Hatteras. Yeah, I want to go to Hatteras. I do. I'd rather go, though, not at touristy time. I don't like crowds. It's like Rehoboth Beach. Rehoboth Beach in the summer, it's kind of miserable because it's just too crowded. I don't like that. I'd rather go to Rehoboth in like October. I think I'd love to go to Hatteras in the fall when the crowds go away. I think that's the time to go. I am not a beach person in the sense that I don't like to like lay there in my Speedo and jump in the water. I'm not that kind of a beach person. I like to hike on beaches and that kind of thing, but I'm not I'm not like the put my thong on like the fat German guys down in Miami Beach. Whoa, 95. We're up to 95 viewers. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. Yeah, my camo Speedo. I do have camo underwear. I got to get that. It's in my storage locker. I'll have to wear that sometime, but I don't think I have a I don't think I have a Speedo. I used to have a Speedo years ago, but I never felt like wearing it. I felt, yeah, I don't have a Speedo body. Okay. I do not. Dave, I happened to stumble upon a YouTube video where an abandoned radio. Oh yeah. The abandoned radio station, Long Duck Dong. I mentioned that the other day. It's in Providence, Rhode Island there. I forget the channel's name. I did cover that like 2 days ago. Watch one of my videos from this week. Yeah, I did cover that. It's very interesting. And it's amazing how they just left all the equipment there. You think they would take the equipment out and, but there's quite a lot of, it's not current equipment. It's like old tube, monitors and stuff and some old cart machines. A lot of stations don't even use those anymore. Everything's digitized. So I guess most of the equipment and the boards and all that are pretty old and grunky and the place smells like mold, but it is fascinating to see how they just literally took this studio complex and just left it and abandoned it. Yeah, I don't know. Dave is starring in the next Baywatch. I need a vlogger puppets back. You need a vlogger puppets background. Well, when I'm down in Charlotte, my Doxinator, we're thinking of maybe putting up a little studio in the basement. Maybe we'll do some puppet shows. Crotchy and Cringy will both be with me. I may even take the line screw ball down there too. So, the only problem with 94 viewers is that half of them are trolls, it seems. Well, yeah. Bring out your trolls. Bring out your trolls. Everything now in radio is on Audio Vault. Yeah, radio business has changed a lot in the last couple of years, and you got all these companies like Clear Channel, it's called iHeart now here in Washington. They own like 5 stations and they're all in one studio facility and there's nobody there. Everything's automated. When am I going to do my radio streams? Yeah, I want to do that on a regular basis. I'm still not sure on the, maybe a couple times a month. But I think that would be a lot of fun because I do that radio. I do go to dcrtv.com is my media website. And I have a lot of fun with that. In fact, I still make more money doing that than I do on YouTube. I'm actually making some okay money now. I'm not going to tell you how much because we're not supposed to, but it's definitely not Ice Poseidon money. Where's Line Screw? Yeah, where's Line Screw? He hasn't done any videos lately. Well, I guess he's taking some time off, right? Cooling down after the big feud with Carolyn's RV Life. But well, I think that's a good idea, Bama Mike. You know, you got and everybody's going to get trolls, and you block them and you move on and you don't talk about them. You know, the worst thing to do with a troll or a stalker or a harasser is to talk about them. And you know, that was the thing I had with Sightseeing Sally. You know, I tried to tell that to her. And, you know, she wanted to mention that guy's name, and I'm not going to get into that. But it's hard, and I realize people get emotional and they want to call someone out, but you got to be super careful about that on YouTube because that's alleged, and YouTube, they can come back at you and hit you with strikes. And what is YouTube going to do? It's just your word against their word. You say this person's a stalker, and then the stalker says, no, you were saying nasty things about me, and then boom, bada boom, and all it is a bad thing. So I still have to say that to anybody out there. If you're serious, now I don't think a lot of people are serious about getting rid of the trolls because the trolls help you build your channel. But if you're serious about getting rid of a troll or a stalker or a harasser or whatever, it's do not respond to them. Do not mention them. Cut them off. Block them. Have your friends block them, and just move on, because that'll take care of 99% of them. Giving them any attention is the worst thing to do. Even if you're screaming that they're a bunch of horrible people, you must just cut it off. Cut it off. Oh, there was an interesting story of the Lorena and John Bobbitt. It was Washingtonian Magazine, the July issue of Washingtonian Magazine. I'll have to feature that in a future issue, a future episode. They did a story of where are they now, John and Lorena Bobbitt. Remember, she was the chick in Manassas, Virginia, way back in, when was that, the 80s, that cut off her husband's you-know-what and left it in the 7-Eleven parking lot, and it got all that. One of the big DC stories from back then. Anyway, they did an update of he went out to Las Vegas to become a porn star. He had it reattached. Anyway, I won't get into all that, but it's an interesting article in this month's Washingtonian Magazine about where are they now. Dave, yesterday, John invited a bunch of us to go camping. Lou said he wanted to bunk with me. Ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I am not a camping guy. I like to hike. I don't want to sleep in a tent. I don't want to sleep in a hammock. I don't want to sleep in a sleeping bag on the ground with spiders, and I don't want to do that. I'll get me a motel room. I'll go hiking with you as long as I can stay in a motel room overnight. Okay. Dave, I think you have to a certain amount of people complain to get a strike. So ignore a troll unless you feel the troll has an army. I cannot figure out. I've been doing YouTube for many years now, and I still do not know how YouTube works with the strike thing. It doesn't work. I don't know how it works, whether they need so many complaints or whether somebody can do it on their own. I've seen some people put up videos and they get a strike so fast that I can't imagine there's been any kind of a campaign against them. I don't know. I honestly don't know how that works. YouTube doesn't tell us, do you need a lot of people complaining, or could just one do it? I honestly don't know. I luckily have not had any strikes lately, but I've had a couple where, within an hour or two after the video's up, bam, it comes down, and they don't tell you why. So it's very frustrating, especially in a copyright strike. They'll tell you this person complained, but in a bullying or one of those community strikes, you just don't know who did it, unless they admit it. No, Zane Green. I have not. Send me a link. Again, channels you want me to check out, go to camodave.com. Go to camodave@gmx.com and send me a link, and I'll check them out. Okay. I want people, please send me all your stuff there, because it's all in one place and I can easily reference it. If you send it to my other addresses, my Gmail, my Hotmail, it gets lost. It does. It'll get lost because I get so much email there. Okay. So send everything to camodave@gmx.com. That is my specific YouTube channel address. And that's where I have everything there. I don't delete any of those emails, so I can go back and check who sent me what and double check things. So that's the best place to do. 12 or more complaints is the word. Yeah, I don't know, But again, people can use Facebook to organize complaints that aren't even valid. Someone will say, I don't like so-and-so. Would everybody go file strikes against his particular video? And that's not right either. It's not right to do that either. And then YouTube will just base a strike on just, an organized campaign like that. That's not right. That's not right. Yeah, there's a lot of mysterious stuff that YouTube does. I mean, Blind Views was saying he was doing his drawing videos, and he got, he had that they took some of that stuff down. What with that? It's his own artwork. It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. They got bots doing things. I don't think they even know what the bots are doing. CNN is buying YouTube, really? CNN just got sold, right? CNN was part of the Time Warner empire, and Time Warner just got bought by AT&T. So now CNN is owned by AT&T. And I don't think Google Alphabet is selling YouTube to AT&T, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. The germ, I went to the Coca-Cola store here. They had a glass Coke bottle for bowling, and it said strike. I was going to buy it for you and mail it to you, but we didn't end up picking it up. That'd have been kind of cool. Strike. Okay, there they are. Here, the pit bulls are going at it again. And the cat's up there, too. So we got 2 pit bulls and a cat all upstairs today. I'm down here in the safety of the basement. Oh, Blind Views had a nude bird in his... Oh, did he? Somebody was complaining about nudity in one of his drawings, huh? Hi, Aaron. How are you doing, Mr. Aaron? Jacob Hitchcock's birds. The pit bulls are eating the cat. That cat can stand up for herself. Those pit bulls are scared of that cat. It's a 20-year-old cat, and she just gets on her hind hunches and shrieks, and those dogs turn around and run. I mean, yeah, they are scared of her. They really are. Am I married? No, I am not married. I've never been married. No kids. I'm proud of it. My sister got married twice, and she has 2 kids, and then my nephew and niece, both. My nephew has a daughter, and my niece has 2 sons and a daughter, and so I've got 4 grand nieces and nephews, and that's enough for me. And I help my sister raise her 2 kids. So, that was enough parenthood for me. I enjoyed having the kids around, and I like kids. It was fun, but none of the responsibility, that was good for me. All right, folks, it's pushing 11 o'clock. I do appreciate it. We're at 98 viewers. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you all to be here. I think it's time to cut it short. 100. Thank you. $100. $100 from Denise, the Wandering Artist. Why doesn't she watch? Why don't you watch my channel, Denise? I'm a nice guy. Not married, no kids, no editing skills, no money. Who are you talking about, Craig? Who are you talking about? That's not nice. All righty, everybody, go out and enjoy your Saturday. Go watch that fascinating England and Belgium battling for 3rd place there in the World Cup. Like, who cares? We got a lot of things going on here in the DC area this week. We got the Audi Field opening up. That's the new place for the what's the name of the soccer team here? I can't remember the name of the soccer team, but anyway, they're playing at the new Audi Field. And then we got the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game has come back to Washington for like the first time in 50 years. That's Tuesday night. Yeah, because we didn't have a baseball team. Remember the Senators? The Senators used to be here, and then they left DC in like 71. And then we didn't have a baseball team for like 40 years, 35 years. So we got the Nats back. Go Nats. Anyway, so we will have at the Nats Park or whatever the All-Star game on Tuesday. Who cares, right? I don't care. Yes, Zepp, thanks you. Thank you, Zepp. Craig Zepp Charlton. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Go out and have a really good Saturday. Thank you for being at SaturDAVE. So hopefully, if all plans go to fruition, we will be doing SaturDAVE from the Charlotte area next Saturday. Okay. So you'll see a whole different, maybe I'll be in somebody else's basement next Saturday. But yeah, I'm planning to do it SaturDAVE next Saturday from north or south. I won't tell you. I'll leave you in the mystery. It's either North or South Carolina, but it's somewhere in the Charlotte area next Saturday, 9:30 a.m. I'm sorry, all you West Coast people, but we've already said we're going to do it at 9:30. I appreciate it. You know, what the heck? You know, get up early. It's good. It's good to get up early. You get things done. Okay. Don't lay in bed all morning, you know? Anyway, it's just one day a week. Who listens to baseball on the radio? Yeah, well, there are a lot of people. And there are a lot of people that say that you shouldn't listen to baseball on the radio if it's FM. You have to listen like the old days to AM, crackly AM radio, you know? But yeah, you know. Goodbye, Dave. Dave, meet up with Kitschy. Oh, Kitschy's down there too, right? We'll have to meet. We'll have to, Kitschy, get in touch with me at camodave@gmx.com and we'll set up some sort of a meeting. I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. You can ask me trivia questions. All righty, folks. Thank you for watching.